friend.
Yeah, that's the other thing. She tries to be like, oh my god, you shouldn't even invite Caroline. See, you don't have to invite Caroline.
What did
See,
she
you don't
say?
have to invite Caroline. Because it's not that I have to, it's that I want to.
Yeah, what
Sorry
did she...
that I actually want all of the cousins to be included and I'm not getting all cliquey like she does and obsessed with Jacqueline Weston.
What did she say after,
I can't remember. I texted it to her. Crap. You fucking suck at directions.
No, it's because it wasn't loaded.
I don't know, it was too far away, but I was just like, she called me and apologized for not,
Yeah, I remember what Caroline said.
whatever. And then she was like, she could have had time for a text, or like, she made the commitment to come down. I'm like, commitment? She said she was coming for the
Jacqueline
day, and it ended up, Jacqueline also...
Millions of stuff, and Caroline just one singular...
Yeah, exactly. Jacqueline would have flaked on us if she had a last minute offer to go to anywhere, really.
Yep.
So the same thing could have happened to her, and she would have let it slide. Like, I don't really care that much, really.
So petty.
Literally so petty. Takes everything so far. Like, it's really not that deep. It's fine, I get it, you have anxiety and depression and this stuff and that stuff, whatever.
No,
you know,
she doesn't.
a lot of, whatever, a lot of people do. But you go to therapy to work on it, right? You go to therapy to work on that shit, to work on your problems. She doesn't. Like, the whole point is to change yourself, right?
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I want my other glasses. Can you find my other glasses? No, my other one.
What is the difference? And where? Well, they're not. GPS is in here. This?
Oh.
What is this?
Where the hell did the glasses go? They should be in. Is it under
Do you
here?
not see with those? Do you not put on those glasses? Why are they on your head?
Yeah, 'cause these ones are stronger than those.
Isn't that the whole point?
Well, this one I use dark.
Shouldn't you be fucking seeing?
Yeah.
Then put them on.
Whatever.
It's so frustrating. And the worst part about it all is she's so stuck to being at home to get attention and validation from her dad and from grandmother, both who don't care about her.
Don't care at all.
Like,
And then
the
she
least
pushes
she
away
can do,
her
the
mom
least she
and
can
other
do
people.
is move out of the goddamn house.
So easy.
Like, just stay late on Sunday or something, I don't know. And I didn't want to tell mommy this, but last week she was obviously going in their car. My mom was like, oh yeah, my mom and I are leaving as soon as she gets back from work because like we want to set things up and like no one else would be able to get into the house unless how do you fucking do this?
Because it slides away.
I was like, and no one else can get into the house. And she was like, oh, I know the code or something like that. It's like, I didn't ask you that. Also, you shouldn't be going into our house without us there.
I bet she's going to try to suck up to the point of being able to go whenever.
No, I'm not going to let it happen. That's why I told Mommy at the beginning, and she didn't listen, especially after all the problems this summer. I told her, don't let anyone go the first few weeks. Put them in their place so that they have to wait for an invite. But no, she sent them down by themselves to wait for stuff to arrive.
And complain about it after, even though she.
Yeah, exactly. If anything, she should have asked Amy or the Claires or someone already down there to do it. Not. Oh my God, so stupid. Gets mad because I invite Valentina and don't invite everybody else. She would have been like, you could have just invited me and Jack, because I was gonna bring it up to her and be like, hey, first of all, it's not my house. Second, but we never had a minute alone to talk about it. And second of all, I noticed you guys talking about it, texting about it right in front of me. You could have just talked to me about it instead of texting Jacqueline, like a middle schooler.
Teenage girl.
And it's not my fucking house. She's getting mad because I bet you anything she would have said, well, you wouldn't have had to invite Caroline. You could have just invited me and Jacqueline. Well, maybe I didn't fucking want to. Yeah. Maybe I just wanted to chill with Valentina because I'm the most like her. Literally out of all my friends, we're the most similar and I'm the most relaxed with her. I don't want to have to entertain or, make sure everyone gets along, make sure this, make sure that. Like, you're not entitled. Oh my God.
Everything's a big deal.
That was her whole fight with Andrea in the first place. It was because Andrea invited Chelsea and her boyfriend to her house in Connecticut and didn't invite Brianna for July 4th last summer, not this summer. And Brianna brought it up and was like, why, stop reading your nose. It was like, why did you invite Chelsea and her boyfriend, not me? And then Andrea got all weird about it. But also, that's the only time she's ever actually brought something up. She hated Lizzie because Lizzie wouldn't talk to her anymore because she was with the boyfriend and this and that. It's like, well, it's a two-way street. You also have to talk to her. It's so frustrating. And she's never going to grow up. And then whenever clearly her opinion is wrong, she'll say, well, you don't get it because you're younger. And do you see how Jacqueline and Weston now are making jokes about it? They're like, oh, like back in your day, they keep making jokes. I'm like, well, at least they catch on, because for you, what are you, 2 years under Brianna, 3 years under Brianna?
2.
Really not that far off.
Not old at all.
She's not old at all, but she acts like
a year and a half.
I know more than you guys. I was trying to say last week, and I was like, no, COVID had made me realize nothing matters. At the end of the day, nothing really matters, so do what you want. She was like, yeah, but when you get to my age and you have bills to pay, she doesn't pay her phone bill, she doesn't pay the electricity bill, she doesn't pay the water bill, she doesn't pay the rent bill, she doesn't... So what bill is she paying?
Never lived outside
What bill is she paying? Nothing. I pay my fucking rent. I pay my fucking utilities. I pay for half of my shit, and I'm still in college.
Isn't her debt paid off now?
No, somehow.
I thought,
No, Al's a fucking liar.
Either way, I don't know how the hell... She makes a lot of money and lives at home.
She doesn't make that much money, but the problem is she spends it all. Like when we were making the plans... When we were making the plans for California, she would choose like the more expensive options. Like, oh, I think we should get this bigger car because whatever. And I'm like, we don't need it. Or we should do this place instead of that place. And I'm like, we're saving X amount every day if we do this versus that. She's like, well, if you don't want to pay that, I can pay for you because I have money. And I'm like, but you don't, you know, or she'll go, when she went to Nantucket, or when she goes to this and that, like, she'll always choose the more expensive option. It's like, you don't have to pay that much all of the time. Orders stuff online all of the time. A lot of her behaviors frustrate me. That's why I like to, you know, I'm close with her, whatever, but only to a certain extent. There's always going to be something there. And pretty soon, Jacqueline and Weston are going to figure their stuff out. I know they're not really whatever. They're still young now. But eventually they're going to figure their stuff out. They're not going to be in Waltham still.
At all.
Brianna's going to be the only one left in Waltham. She's going to buy a house in Waltham and stick around because she's still trying to get validation from whatever and have nobody, yeah. Because she hasn't met anyone new.
Jacqueline will end up finding a boyfriend and moving in, this, that.
Yeah.
Weston will.
Weston said he's not staying in Waltham.
And then Brianna's going to be stuck still.
Yeah.
Trying to hold on to her high school friends that don't want to hang out with her.
And some of my high school friends don't talk to me anymore. I have no hard feelings. If they reached out, if they texted me today, I'd be so happy. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, well, she hasn't talked to me in 3 years, so I'm pissed. It's like, yeah, because she's busy, so the fuck have I been?
Or
can't take everything so personally. Exactly, find new friends.
She's not retarded. She just makes herself retarded.
She makes herself retarded.
She
Like,
retarded,
whenever I have...
So many literal retards can get friends easily.
Whenever I have no, but Michael, she has it all figured out because she's older. You don't get it, not until you're her age. Like, I remember when I was going to Valentina's once, and I was like, oh, she said we're going to go to her friend's house party one night. And she was like, but you do realize it's not, like, your house parties, right? And I go, like, what? As in, like, what the fuck? Obviously, I'm not retarded. You know, I know it's not going to be a fucking frat party because it's not a fucking frat. She was like, well, when you get to my age, you, like, have wine and cheese and you, like, hang out. And I'm like, fucking obviously, I do that too. Like, I'm not fucking 12, you know? And obviously, I don't expect Valentina to be going to frat parties either. Like, settle down. Also, Valentina still goes out. If things were open, she'd be going out dancing right now. You're not too old for that. It's annoying.
Dickerson State Park is where I'd like to.
Nice.
The time that went also in the chat. Frustrate me so much, and I'm sure she gets pissed when I'm at school and I don't talk to her as much, but it's like, I have shit to do. The only person I call regularly is Mommy, and that's just so she doesn't kill herself. Also, leaving here was the best decision I've ever made. Leaving where?
Like, going to school in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Always like, my friends don't get it. Like, if running away to other places, like, they always come back. I'm like, yeah, they probably come back, but like, they learn a lot of things when they're there, or they like it and they come back for other reasons. It's not like, oh my god, they couldn't do it there and they had to come back. Like, just because you're too scared to leave. She's scared. She's scared of everything. She knows all of my friends, and whenever I invite them over to say bye before I go to school, like, and I invite her and Jacqueline and Weston too, like, she'll just like stand by the door, or like be right next to me and leave, like,
or whenever we have any other person in the house that she doesn't know well, she's like standing next to me. I'm like, bro, are you a fucking adult? Like, I know I'm very outgoing and I'm very comfortable, but like, you don't have to, you know. No, she's not easygoing at all. But at the same time, she lets certain people step all over her. If it was Kathy saying something, she would have had no problem, but because it's Mommy for some reason.
Literally.
Literally, what's the rush to get here? It's not like the difference of like leaving this morning, you know, at 11 or something like that, so you can spend the day while it's light out. Like, it's the difference of maybe it's dark when you're driving, and like, you know, they could arrive, we could go to the fucking Seal, have a drink.
Seal.
Okay.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. We could just watch sunset here and go the fuck home. Whatever it's something to do. Might as well take advantage of the sun. Can I charge my phone?
Yeah, you have to get the charger.
I have mine here. Where do I put it?
We're here. Set the USB there.
Turn right on Oak Road.
Sorry. Yeah, of course I say yeah, that he is working until that time. She doesn't say anything back. What Mommy should have said is, okay, you don't want to drive in the dark? Then leave. Weston will come with me.
Yeah.
If that's really the problem. She can come fucking sit in the house with us too, because that's all we'll be doing.